What's good, YouTube? My name is Adam and we're back for another OU battle. And once again, people, I'm using the Gen 5 Retro team. And people, this is another Excajole wreaking havoc. I pray that some of you see this video and realize that Sandrush Excajole is the way to go. I will say it again, people, 7 turns of an Uber in OU is nothing to sleep at. Here we even see Excajole and Excajole. We're going to determine once and for all who is the best Excajole in OU. I think you know the answer. This is probably the last time you'll see this team in a little while. Recently I finished my Jolteon Speed Control team from the team building series. If you haven't seen that out yet, please check it out. I build a team live. You see my in-depth team building process. It's interactive, helps you become a better team builder, helps me become a better team builder. So check that out. You'll be seeing some of that team soon. Also going to be doing a lot of stuff for the Battle of Legends tournament. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff on that. I'm hoping someone from Rock HQ can win that tournament. So I'll be doing a lot of coverage of that. But let's go ahead and get in this battle. So I'll tell you, people, before this battle, I actually been doing some playing with the Greninja. You all know this is that amazing Choice Scarf Greninja that just saves the day time and time again. And I actually bred a modest, like a flawless modest Greninja to try, which was really nice because it had flawless attack, so U-turn hit harder. And I just thought Moss would be better because it would be more damage. But honestly, this battle made me reconsider if I want to run a modest Greninja. And that's actually going to be the question of the day. For Choice Scarf Greninja, do you think modest or timid is better? My main objection to Moss is that you actually no longer outspeed Choice Scarf Terrakion. Cough, cough, look at my opponent's team. And you no longer outspeed Choice Scarf Latios, which are two things that Greninja can easily take out if it's faster. So I'm kind of thinking I'm going to go back to timid, but let me know what you think. And people, this battle did occur in the Rock HQ stream. Always a great time to be had. If you haven't seen the stream, please check us out. It's how you become a grunt in the Team Rocketeer system. So without further ado, no, I don't want to delete this video. That would be tragic. I want to play it. Let's go and get this battle started. And people, remember, if you like this video, please hit the like button. It helps Rock HQ grow, helps the channel grow, and leave a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. It's how we can serve you better at Rock HQ. Please leave a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. So we lead our obvious lead, our Choice Scarf Greninja. And I don't like what I see. I'm modest, so I no longer outspeed. So I can't just attack this thing. So I decided to actually switch out in the small bird, because if this thing goes for close combat, I'm pretty sure it's Scarfed. If it goes for stealth rocks, it's probably Focus Sash. So he does show me the close combat. I'm pretty confident at this point this thing is in fact Choice Scarf. Another reason I really wish I was running a timid Greninja now, because with extra sensory I would have survived the close combat, been able to KO the thing. So I went for Waterfall just because it hits his whole team well. I'm sorry if you can hear my neighbors, by the way. It's World Cup time, so people are flipping out. I go for the Waterfall. I'm really glad I get to this Charizard when it's just a normal Charizard. In predicting a Charizard Y, I go in the Venusaur. I'm predicting a Solar Beam. I could have gone outright into Tyranitar, but I want to take the Sun down. So I want to let him Mega Evolve, get his Sun up, and then come in. But, surprisingly, this is why we use creative sets, people. My opponent's a Charizard X, who I'm very unfamiliar with. I know the meta has kind of shifted to more defensive variants. So here, I decided to actually Mega Evolve, get all my added defense, and go for his Synthesis. Because I know from that range I can probably deliver Flare Blitz, and the recoil will kill him. And if he has anything weaker than Flare Blitz, I'll definitely live. My opponent does go for the Roost, so now I'm definitely thinking they're the defensive variant. Fine by me, I get my Synthesis off, I go back to full HP. So at this point, a Flare Blitz is probably coming, or Dragon Dance, and I see no reason not to go into T-Tar. With T-Tar, I can slow this thing down with Rock Tombs. I can kind of eat up some damage, and I can slow it down to the point where Excajole can come in and wipe it out. So that's my plan. I go into my T-Tar, because I love carrying Rock Tomb on this T-Tar because it allows me to slow things down so that Excajole can come in and guarantee to outspeed them. But my opponent does go straight for the Flare Blitz. Here, I really wanted to go for Rocks. I need to do a better job on this team of going for Rocks, because Greninja and Excajole appreciate having Sashes broken so they can sweep safely. But I decided the safe play is to go for the Rock Tomb. Depending on what he brings in, he could bring his own Excajole. He could stay with Charizard, so I went for the safe Rock Tomb, which luckily works out. You see my opponent is running the oh so very weak, the not cool at all. I'm kidding, Jose, I'm not. No hate whatsoever. Running the standard Mold Breaker Excajole, so I break the balloon. And here I went for my Rocks, thinking, alright, I'll be faster. But I was really surprised. Obviously, this thing is not Scarfed out of Balloon. I'm actually slower, even with -1 speed, which really alarmed me. I was kind of disappointed there. I didn't get to get my Rocks up and break any Sashes. But now, It's game, people. Exegil is here. This is why Sandrush Exegil is amazing. 7 turns of an Uber. I'm adamant Life Orb. Sit down. I'll show you who the better Exegil is. Sit down. This thing, when it comes in the sand, like, it just destroys entire teams. So now I'm pretty confident this thing is Scarfed. My opponent may be new to competitive in 6th gen or not familiar with 5th gen. May not have known I was Sandrush. May have missed that no Mold Breaker popped up. But sit down. You're gone. I'm sorry, Red Bull. Not today. Exegil is powerful. The Flintstones out here wrecking lives. Bam, bam. I love Sandrush Exegil. It is so powerful. When Ninja comes out, again, I'm adamant Life Orb. Like, not a lot is going to take hit from me. I go for an Earthquake again. Nothing on this team is immune. It's going to do massive damage. I was a little worried he might be Water Shuriken the way he brought it in, or Sashed, but luckily, I take the risk. I'm in a great position. There's no reason not to go for Earthquakes. So I do. And here I kind of thought my sweep would be over. I go for the Earthquake, but surprisingly, good Lord, Excadrill, steroids are bad for you, man. Like, that just destroyed an Aegislash in shield form. I was flipping out in the stream when that happened. I was amazed. Adamant Life Orb, but the power of this thing is ridiculous. And here, my opponent definitely should have gone in the shade here first. There was no reason not to. I know my sweep is over. Willow is coming. I decided to go for an Iron Head to try and get a flinch. Because I could have gone for Earthquake to fish for crits, but I decided if I get a flinch with Iron Head, then I could probably KO next turn with Earthquake with 2 turns of sand damage. So unfortunately I don't get a crit, or excuse me, I don't get a crit or flinch, and the Willow goes off. My sand is down this turn right here, so I'm kind of crippled. I could switch this thing out, but I won't outspeed Charizard anymore, and his only 2 mons are Dusclops and Charizard at this point. So I decided to just stay in and go for damage. Seeing Protect and Willow, I'm pretty sure this thing isn't Rest, so its only method of healing is Pain Split, and my health is so low that it actually heals me instead of hurting them. And my only prerogative here is to die with Excadrill when this thing's at a low enough health for Greninja to come in and kill it. And here I could have switched out and got Cheeky and gone into Greninja. But, I have such a great position. My opponent has 2 mons left. There was no reason whatsoever to fodder or to risk that, because my opponent went for Pain Split and caught me on the switch. It would have been devastating for me. So, realizing what's out here, I actually I set in my Aegislash because I'm wearing that really weird, I love this Aegislash set, VGC in singles, it works. I went for the sub because a Pain Split was so obvious, a Willow was so obvious, but the price of streaming, my opponent had seen this team all day. They knew that I was in fact sub. That was really unfortunate because I think anyone who didn't know this team, I really think that any player who didn't know this team would have gone for a Nightshade, a Pain Split to try and get HP back. And then I could have been behind the sub when Charizard came in. But unfortunately, they knew I was going to go for sub, so good job on their part taking advantage of that knowledge. But I adore sub Aegislash. I think it's honestly, I love it. I think it's one of its best sets. I got it from VGC. I love using it in singles. So here I thought the King Shield was so insanely obvious. I predicted my opponent to either Roost or Flare, or Dragon Dance. So I actually just went for Shadow Ball. Luckily, my opponent made the aggressive play and went for the Dragon Dance, probably going to Roost next turn. And thankfully, that means I was actually able to take him out real quick, surprisingly. So that's one reason I love Aegislash, those mind games you can play of when you King Shield versus when you don't. But a very fun battle. Thank you so much, Jose, for the battle. I wanted to show this all to you. I wanted to kind of have that discussion about Greninja and Timid versus Modest Scarf. Granted, Terrakion and Latios are not that common in the current meta, so you could get away with Modest, but I think I might shift back into Timid. There's not too many things I want to leave Greninja in on that it benefits from the Modest damage. Like my Timid Greninja one-shots everything it needs to anyway. But let me know in the comments what you think about that. And also, again, just to show you how powerful Excadrill is, with that Smooth Rock, 7 turns of an Uber. Like, just because Perma Weather is gone does not mean Excadrill is bad. And I love running Rock Tomb on that Tyranitar. It's more reliable than Stone Edge, and it allows me to make sure things can't set up on T-Tar so that Excadrill can come in and just clean house. So I'm really enjoying this team. Let me know if you liked it in the comments down below. Jose, thank you so much for the battle. And again, if you want a chance to battle me or Shade, check out all the links down below to our stream, to our Twitter. That's where our info is on that. Stay tuned for more videos on YouTube. We upload videos daily. And please leave a comment, leave a like. It really helps Rocky HQ grow. It means the world to us. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you thought of this video. But my name is Amanumbra. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good one.